sure enough feel good.
What's going on? It's your boy back with another video. Today is going to be an honest review of Assassin's Creed Syndicate. You already know how I do, so get your favorite drink, get your favorite snack. We're about to break down the mechanics, the graphics, the gameplay, and overall whether or not should you buy this game. I spent a lot of time with it, and here's the review. Let's get straight into it, guys.
By day, it is corrupt merchants and venal politicians who hold courts. Come night, a vicious street gang known as the Blighters strikes terror in the hearts of all.
Story. Assassin's Creed Syndicate is traditionally what you would expect from an Assassin's Creed game with a twist. This time around you play with two people who are twins. The brother Jacob is a close combat specialist and his sister Evie is the complete opposite. She relies more on stealth as a strong suit. This game takes place in 1868 where your main players arrive in London sporting a map 30% bigger than that of Paris and a more refined and improved version of the new Assassin's Creed Unity engine to boot. Controls this time around for Assassin's Creed are surprisingly new. The changes are some that I wanted to see in the AC game for some time now. Combat mechanics remain the same, but latency has been reduced to speed up the combat and have multiple enemies attack at once. And fighting in a much more fluid and faster pace like newer games similar to AC, the Anvil Next engine has been revamped. Climbing has finally been spiced up and traveling has been less of a chore with the grappling hook blade that your character can use to travel from ground to roof with ease, but you can also go from roof to roof as well. Now the grappling feature has been used in the previous game by Enzo, but they utilize the grappling feature as more of a normal function and it makes the pace of the game feel less dated and more like new. This is a mechanic that I welcome in an AC game and I always wanted to see it stay and get improved on. In this version of the game, they take everything good about it and put it in one game and they make it something that you will greatly enjoy when playing this version of Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
Easy. May the creed guide you, you vagrants.
Poor man, more afraid than ever. Years have not been kind.
Evie Fry, where do you get it from?
Graphics. There's a lot to talk about, but I'll keep it brief. The graphics for ASC are equal to those of Unity. However, there's been slight things changed like the lighting, for instance. When your character is standing in certain places and the light is reflecting off your character, the way that the light reflects usually shows certain textures in the game, but in this version of it, it makes the character look a little bit more like a plastic person rather than a real person, with a little bit of a smudging effect rather than a sharp glaring effect. This is something that most people may not notice, so it's not really a big deal. But however, this is something that slightly makes the graphics look different than Unity, where you may notice something like the textures are not exactly the same as far as the edges and the way that things reflect. Now, the game should be around 1080p, but this is not confirmed. On my display, it did register as 1080p on both consoles and it was coming in at 30 frames per second. Now I don't know if they're gonna upgrade this with a day one patch, but it definitely didn't come off as 60 frames, and my display did not register it at 60 frames. It registered it at 30. Now for you guys that want to know about the performance wise, it did show a lot of improvements to Unity. Unity had quite a bit of dips. Although there are some dips in this game, they are not nearly as bad as Unity were, and they're not nothing to make you not enjoy the game or turn away from playing. So for you FPS freaks out there, this is a 30 FPS game from what my display told me. Maybe they're gonna implement some kind of patch. I highly doubt this, of course, on day one, but for now the performance is pretty good at 30 frames and there's not too many dips. However, they do occur from time to time when you're doing things like jumping off the roof and things of that nature. As far as equating this to Unity, this game literally came out within a year of it. So I didn't expect too much graphically to be improved, and for sure the graphics are very similar. Now you have different times and different places that this occurs, so that you do have different things to look at. So you're not looking at the same exact thing as you saw in Unity, but it is, however, very similar. So if you were happy with the graphics in Unity, you would be happy with the graphics in Syndicate. However, if you are expecting more, then you may be a little bit let down. I, for one, consider the graphics to be pretty good coming from a Ubisoft game, considering all the downgrades and things that have happened with previous games. I will not complain about the graphics. I don't see anything wrong with it. However, there are some slight changes from the graphics that you may notice when you look at the textures of the characters that you may or may not like. That's just the only thing that I saw that was quite different. So with that being said, graphically, I'm going to say that this game looks beautiful. It looks good. It's not bad looking or anything. There's games that look a lot worse. This is top-notch graphics for PS1, Xbox One. As far as PC is concerned, when you put it in 4K, that's a whole nother story. It looks pretty good. I haven't got to see the actual 4K display. I just saw pictures of what was claimed to be 4K. So let me put that out there now. Let me not get you guys to thinking that I actually played it in 4K, because I did not. Okay, so with that being said, from what I could see on PS4 and Xbox, the graphics look 1080p, 30 frames per second. This is not confirmed at this moment, but this is what it looked like I saw. On Xbox, I didn't see much of a difference in the graphics. However, the lighting did seem different, but this is something that always occurs with Xbox and PS4 games, as they have different ways that they run their graphics across the consoles. Overall, ACS is another AC game continuing the story of Assassin's Creed and Abstergo Industries' Tales of the Templar. I'm not going to say if you've seen one, you've seen them all, but I can't help but feel like because I've seen enough, there's not much more left to be seen. The good thing about ACS that saves it from being oh my gosh, another ACS, another Assassin's Creed game, is the fact that they took everything good about previous Assassin's Creed games and put them all in a pot, and they gave you this. This Assassin's Creed has a mixture of the top-notch graphics, improved engine, and improved story, along with a lot of mistakes that they learned from with the last game mixed in a pot, and you notice it when you play it. So if you're a fan of Assassin's Creed, then you definitely won't go wrong purchasing this title. However, if you're new to Assassin's Creed and you never played one before, you should get a good experience out of this, considering all of the amazing content that you get on day one. Now, normally this would be considered normal, but in today's market, this is actually something that you have to appreciate. People can find a lot of things, I'm sure, to complain about in this game versus the other Assassin's Creed games. However, me being an honest gamer and a person giving you an honest review, I have to tell you that this is actually a pretty good one. Now, I'm sure there's a lot of bad things that could be said about this game, just like any other game in today's time. But with the things that are happening currently, I have to recommend this game because it did a lot of things that it should have done right. That, of course, in today's times, we shouldn't have to really say them, but you do. It has day one content. It has a lot of it. It has great graphics. The mechanics have been improved. They added in the things that you liked about other Assassin's Creed games. They even gave you a female lead character along with a male. They didn't do the thing with the cross gender where people were worrying about that and how to explain that to kids. Me, for one, as a parent, was also concerned about that. And they just did everything right. They learned from the mistakes. The performance is greatly improved. No one's worried about the resolution and the FPS this time around. The performance is pretty good on consoles. I have to say that if you're new to the series, you may want to rent this because you may not know what you're getting yourself into. But if you're new to the series, you should definitely have no problem buying this game and enjoying it. However, for those of you who are not new to the series, then yeah, you may want to check this out first. But honestly, as somebody who has played every Assassin's Creed game known to man, this is a pretty good version of Assassin's Creed. I'm happy with it, and I think it's worth getting for $65. But like I said, with all the games coming out and surrounding it this holiday season, if you're any bit skeptical, definitely rent it and check it out first to see if it's worth your $65 before you go out and purchase it, because like I said, the only problem with Assassin's Creed games is that they're Assassin's Creed game. There's not too much more they can actually add to the game to make it newer than it already is. All they can do is just give you more of what you like. And this is pretty much more of what you like Assassin's Creed. You know, find a target, kill a target, get out of there. So with that being said, this is your boy Jimmybgaming giving you an honest review of Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Okay, with the outro, let's get straight into it. Before we leave, just so you guys know, The game has a skill tree level for both of your characters, just like any other Assassin's Creed game. You will progress, you will level up, and you will add abilities to your character, as you can see from the screen you're looking at in front of you. So I want to get that out of the way before you guys ask me, well, you didn't say anything about the skill tree level. So this is the skill tree level right here. Overall, this is a good Assassin's Creed game. If you're a fan of the series, this is actually a good entry into the series. Some people may feel exhausted of Assassin's Creed, like I said before. If you are one of those people who got tired of Assassin's Creed somewhere along the line, or you didn't like the whole annual series thing, then that bottom line is you should rent the game before you decide to invest $65 into it. Because at the end of the day, this is Assassin's Creed, Assassin's Creed, Assassin's Creed. If you're a fan who likes it, then you definitely should have no problem purchasing this game. Go ahead and get this one. It's not going to let you down like Assassin's Creed Unity. And if you are new to the series, then this should be a good game for you to pick up and get your time on and get busy with, because it has a lot of content, like I said before, and a lot to do. And it will give you some time to put into a game. It's not your typical 10-hour, 5-hour game. With that being said, let me know what you think in the comment section below. And for you guys that are wondering, I'm going to be doing a lot more reviews on the channel, so I may be slowing down on releasing any other content. And I will be live streaming on YouTube from now on. So if you guys like the games or you want to see new games being streamed, definitely check out my channel and subscribe, because I will be streaming these games on YouTube from now on, because I like the service and I like the way it's going. I will also be on Twitch from time to time, but if you want to see the mainstream, you need to come to the channel. Thank you for your time, and do remember, I hate to say this because some people get mad, but leave a like to help the channel grow, and subscribe to help me produce more content like this for you guys. I'm out of here. Peace. Later. Video going up. That's going to be a new segment on my channel where I do suggestions on what people should get or use accessory wise for their gaming. So hopefully you guys mess with me on that. I'm gonna have like accessories for PC gaming, PlayStation, Xbox, and even Nintendo if that comes up. I currently do not own a Nintendo, so for you people that do Nintendo, I apologize, I don't have it, so I don't feel like I should get up here and talk about stuff I don't know. I'd rather do that than talk about shit from the perspective like how people say, oh, that's crap, that's garbage, and they don't own it. So since I don't own a Nintendo, I don't feel like it's my place to talk about Nintendo, good or bad, because everything I'm saying is just an opinion, and I like to have some kind of factual, information or tangible object in front of me when I'm talking about something, rather than just going based off what other people are saying.